Welcome to Exit Strategies. I am your host, Corwyn J. Millette, broker and owner of Exit Realty Group in beautiful, yes, beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina. Hey, if this is your first time listening to the show, guys, you are most certainly in for a treat. Our mission here is very simple, guys. That is to empower our community, the African American community, through financial literacy and real estate education, guys. We are legacy building. That is what we're doing. Hashtag legacy building. So, guys, hey, you can find us on social media, our pages on Facebook as well as YouTube, Exit Strategies Radio. Please check us out there, guys. We post video from the show. I record usually when I'm in the studio, guys, and we get that information or we get it published because sometimes there's a little bit of extra information, quote unquote, that goes on behind the scenes, so to speak. And we want to make sure, guys, that you don't miss any little tidbit, any extra nugget, if you will, that we may be putting out there that may not make it to on air. All right. So, guys, look, they don't mess around. Let me loose in the booth again today, guys. And look, first and foremost, I want to give a check, if you will. And in my mind, I want to call it a wellness check, but I just want to check on and say to all you Charlestonians, all you people that are listening to the sound of my voice, no matter where you may be, maybe you're passing through the area, just happen to check on the flip a dial and hit the station. For those of you who have been here, kind of buried in the trench, so to speak, over the last few days while Hurricane Dorian passed through our area, guys, I trust, hope, pray, most importantly, all is well. Our area fared pretty well, but if you follow me personally, and you can catch me C Millette, that's CMELETTE on my Twitter as well as Facebook and my personal pages. But if you follow me there, guys, I put a post up, a live video on yesterday, just kind of talking about the human spirit, guys. So I'm gonna be on a couple of things today. And I got to bring you something, at least what I believe are deemed to be motivating and encouraging. But I would just want to take a moment and just extend a huge thank you. Extend a thank you to all you people, whether you're near or far, those of you guys who have been, checking on everybody here in the area. Shout out to obviously family, to friends, people that are, outside of, if you will, our immediate area. And as we've kind of been working to check on one another across the state, across the low country, as we've been checking on people, even outside the country, there's a horrific experience going on right now in the Bahamas, guys. If you've been watching the news and keeping up with that, and those folks there need our help. They need help. So I'm asking us all, if you can't do nothing else, you can pray. So I'm gonna ask you guys to take a moment. And if you ain't carrying the faith, that's all right. But you got some belief somewhere or another. Just take a moment of silence, give thanks, and offer support, however it may be. Again, if you ain't got nothing else, you got prayer. And with that being said, guys, and that's really all you need. But let's offer some prayers and let's figure out, some other ways that we may be able to help the folks that have been hit hardest by this storm that passed by us. It hovered there, guys. It hovered. So please, please, please make sure that if you can, please take a moment. If you got a stoplight, just close your eyes for a second and just utterance, as the word says. As the word says, guys, just give a utterance. That's prayer enough. We ain't got to be elaborate with it. We ain't got to go and stand in the middle of the courtyard, so to speak. We can just give and provide an utterance of thanks, of appreciation for what God has done for you. But most importantly, look here, to help and pray for somebody else so that God can make a move and does a mighty move in their lives. All right? Now look here, I done went a little bit too far because I don't feel my forehead getting hot over here. I just want to say that to you guys, because we are collectively much stronger than we are individually. And in the video that I posted and the live that I did on Facebook, it was a true testament. Every time a storm or some other catastrophic event, whether it be flooding or whatever, passes in whatever area, I am always in awe of the human spirit, guys, of what we do for people, how we believe it. Everything becomes common then. There are no differences. We have a common need. We all if we're experiencing flooding in our communities, we're all experiencing the same water. The water ain't no different. All right. Somebody heard me when I said that right there. Look here, we all are experiencing the same thing. If it's wind, if it's rain, if it's hail, if it's mudslides, if it is tornadoes, if it's whatever, we all experience. There ain't a separate tornado because you don't look a certain way or you don't have the same belief as somebody else. The tornado ain't different for you than it is for them. It's the same tornado, guys. It's the same tornado. And what happens is, after the fact, we are always collectively working together. What I'm seeing anyway, collectively working together, guys, to help one another. There are no differences of opinions, and your neighbor is your neighbor. They ain't your enemy. You see what I'm saying? Your neighbor is the person who shares the fence, and the fence blew down between the two of you, and now you're both out there working to put it together. So guys, look here, we need to figure out how to bring that outside of that, because I'm gonna take something here just for a moment. I saw a post over the last couple of days from my brother Cyrus Birch, and if any of you know him out there, please give him a shout. He's an actor, but most importantly, he's an activist. That's what that guy does. That's what he does in our community. He believes and wants to help and create growth and opportunity within our youth, within our community. That guy is on the streets, pounding the pavement. All right, Roses from Concrete. That's his foundation. That's his nonprofit. He works to do that. He works to bring beauty out of what is something that is just as plain and mundane as anything else. So shout out to him. But he had a post talking about the storm, and what the storm forces you to do. But I'm gonna do something today, guys, and I know I'm somewhere extra, and I don't want to go too far because I got to bring this thing back and tie it into what we do here. But I want you to think about something. There's a calm, a peace that happens after a storm passes, guys. All right. Any storm that you experience in your life, after you have weathered it, after you've gotten through it, after you've come out, quote unquote, on the other side, at some point in time after that, you realize a peace and a calm within your life. So all those times that you've struggled with and against, you see what I'm saying? Every time that you struggle with and against what we know to be principalities and darkness and all those other things that are meant to hinder you, God's light shines through, and there is a peace and a calm upon you in your life. So what you gonna do with it? That right there is a word and a message. As some of my hashtags have recently said, somebody need to preach that right there. Somebody needs to tell somebody, hey, you know what? You've come through this storm. Now what? All right? That's what somebody needs to say. That's what somebody needs to say. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a business context today, but I want to challenge you with that. You have come out of the storm. Now what? All right? That right there, again, somebody need to preach that. All right? Talk to your pastor, pull his coat or her coat, or whoever it is, your bishop, whoever it is, pull their coat and say, look here, write this one here down. Write this one. The storm is over. Now what? And slide that to them, and let's see what happens and what that word looks like and where it comes from. All right. So look here, I'm gonna change a little bit of direction, because obviously I got to get to the other piece and other side of the fence, so to speak, get to the business side, which is what we do here on this show. We're talking about home ownership, financial literacy, all those things. So in support, if you will, or in conjunction with the context that I gave you already, now what? So we have, guys, we just, look, October 1 is coming. And for those of you who know me professionally, you guys know that I'm big on a few things. And I start my new year when others don't. I start my new year October 1, not January 1. When everybody else is trying to figure out in January 1 what they're going to do, how they're going to get it done, put plans and processes or whatever in place, steps, measures, markers, whatever it is to get through and figure out what they're going to do. No. I start mine a little bit earlier than that. Because see, by the time January 1 comes around, I'm already going to be working on my goals. So I'm challenging you as my listeners today to do similar, to do the same in all actuality, because we're going to start talking about now what we're going to do. See, some of you came into this year with, and it's incredible to me if you think about it. It seems like to me it was just yesterday that I was sitting here in this chair on air and saying to you guys about the year of 2019, about what it was we were going to accomplish, what it was we set out to do, how we're going to work diligently and in the streets and in the fields to get it done. Now, guys, look here. We've been out here in these streets. We've been out here in these fields. But I need you. I need you. I need your help. Because in all actuality, we're out here to help people. And if you don't step up and do your part to come seek the service, come seek the help, you're doing yourself not only a disservice, but you're not gaining, or you're not getting to oftentimes where you try to be. Now, granted, you ain't got to be coming just to get service or help from me or with me. No. Not even my team, not even my agents. No. You ain't got to do that. But you got to go somewhere. You got to go somewhere to get what it is that you need, whether it be motivation, encouragement, whether it be information, education, whatever it is that you need to go do. You need to work on going to get that done so you can get to where it is you're trying to go to. Now, see, look here, for y'all that know me, I don't ever come in here with a laid out script, a dialogue about what it is that we want to talk about. What I do is come in here with the mindset and mentality to help somebody and to encourage somebody and hopefully to be a vessel to help somebody get from where they are to where it is they're supposed to be. I ain't gonna talk too much about where you want to be. I'm gonna talk about where you're supposed to be. So in operating in all that as a premise today, the storm is over. Now what? Look here, on October 1 at 5:30, we're going to open the doors in my office, all right? October 1, 5:30. And we're doing a credit workshop, all right? We're doing a credit workshop. Now, guys, look here, you can go register for this workshop, exitworkshops.com. Again, exitworkshops.com. It is a free workshop. We're going to give you some tips and tricks on how you can change your credit yourself. We're also going to give you some services that can help you as well. All right. So, guys, look here, I'm going to drill down on that after the break. I just got that signal for the first break. Guys, you've been listening to Exit Strategies. Hey, the storm is over. Now what? We'll be right back. See, y'all getting it in here live today. All right. That's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. It's time. We're going to start October 1. As soon as the quarter comes in, we ain't going to fake no jacks. We ain't going to fake no jacks. We ain't going to waste any time. We ain't going to play any games, guys. We're going to go straight at it. We're going to make this thing here happen. I am so excited. As you see in the energy, guys, I'm just trying to bring it and give it to you because it is important. It's imperative that we do something different than what we've done to get somewhere that we've never been. That right there, somebody need to preach that. Shout out to our dude Joe Mack on the boards back there, making this thing happen. We're on this break. We're going to come out of it, guys, and we're coming out of it, and we're going hot, we're going hard, we're going heavy. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And we are back, guys. Second segment, Exit Strategies Radio. I'm your host, Corwyn J. Millette, broker and owner of Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina, guys. Hey, if this is your first time listening to the show, first of all, I'm going to apologize to you today because we are completely off tangent. We're completely off script, but we're out here today trying to give and have a real conversation about what it is that is necessary to get to where it is you're trying to go. All right. So look, you can catch us on social media, Exit Strategies Radio. That's on YouTube as well as Facebook, guys. Stay tuned, guys. I got a revamp going on our Twitter page. I'm excited about it. been playing around with some ideas, talking to my staff about it. So I'm excited about what our next step is going to be in that general direction, guys. But hey, look, our mission here is very simple. That is to empower our community through financial literacy and real estate education, guys. We are legacy building. So when you're making things happen out in the streets, guys, I want you to use that as a hashtag, legacy building, because that's what this thing here is all about. We're working to create legacies. You know, this show, guys, for you, those of you who don't know, to go back to the very beginning, and I am very, very humble because a realization set upon me last week with the help of our guy, my main man, Terry Bass. Shout out to him, who reminded me how long I've been on the air, how long I've been trying to give this message or give this whatever information, whatever word it may be to you guys, our listeners. So I'm very humbled by the fact that we are quickly approaching 2 years. But I want to get back to what it is that we were talking about right before the break. Now, guys, if you tuned in from the very beginning, you know, I kind of laid it on kind of heavy and hard because this thing has been kind of weighing on me as I've been traversing out there in these streets over the past few days. So, again, trust all of you are well following Hurricane Dorian. I've been out in the field checking on properties for my clients to make sure that things were intact or otherwise not extensively damaged, so we know how to govern ourselves. And thank goodness, thank our good Lord, as some of the old folks would say, that all seems to be well. Because as somebody else once said to me, it could be a lot worse. It sure enough could be worse. So trustfully, you guys have all fared well through the storm. Hopefully, trustfully, you haven't had any family or friends, whether they be near or far, that experience anything significant. But most importantly, for those who have, for those that you know that have, but those who may be listening that maybe you did, you know, our prayers, our thoughts to you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, whoever it may be, guys, who have experienced something. And as I was saying earlier, if we have nothing else, guys, we have the ability to pray. So let's pray for those guys who may need help in this time. If you can't do anything else, you can do that. Pray. All right. And I'm going to add to that, believe. So if you're going to pray, you got to believe. You got to believe. If not, your prayer is for naught. All right. So guys, before the break, guys, we're kind of talking and beginning to, you know, stress upon the fact that we're quickly coming up on October 1st, which to me is a professional new year for me. You know, I start looking October 1 and start planning over October, November, December, what it is for 2020. And I want to give you something to think about, because 2020, your vision should be clear. Huh? Somebody need to preach that one there. 2020 coming, your vision should be clear. So why don't you guys start now? We're going to help you. For those of you who want home ownership, maybe you need to buy a new car. Maybe you got some other extenuating circumstances going on. Maybe you want that more elite job that's going to require you to have better credit than what it is that you got. Whatever it is, we're going to give you an opportunity to work on that. We're going to help you through it. So on October 1, that's a Tuesday evening, guys, at 5:30, I'm going to open the doors to my office, and we're going to have a credit workshop. All right. And this ain't going to be a one and done, guys. We're going to start this going forward. So we're going to do a workshop as an introduction. And then we're going to couple that by putting together groups and clubs that will meet, because it's important that we all work together. You know, iron sharpens iron, as I've been told repeatedly. So let's work together, guys, to help one another to achieve. So sometimes maybe you need somebody next to you to give you some encouragement. And I don't care how far you think it is that you got to go. I don't care how far you think it is you got to go. I promise you that the journey is possible. The distance can be covered. You guys read your Bible. If you don't read it, your pastor read it to you. So you think about the children of Egypt that was in the wilderness, just lost out there. So guys, look, you can come in, you can be found, you can be saved, you can be helped. You know, I can't save you. That is not me. And see, some people think they are maybe your savior, but I know I'm not. I'm nowhere close to it. I don't even think I'm worthy. All I want to do is help you, though. I want to give you an opportunity. I want to give you a means. I want to give you a way to help you get from where you are to where you're going. So look here, I'm gonna share something else, and I'll be, for anyone who knows me, I'm very, very big on mindset, very big on it, and I want to share, how I think or what I think about. Let me say it that way, because the how I think, I don't even believe I could possibly really share that. But for those of you who spend time with me, have been around me, I think from a bigger picture oftentimes. I think differently sometimes than others. I understand how we think, how we process what we want, etc. But I want to ask you something. So for this workshop, you can go to exitworkshops.com to register. That's exitworkshops.com. I'm also going to do something that, my brother from another mother, my former co-host, but my brother from another mother, the infamous Rob Wilson Jr. said, look, he freak out and cringe every time I give out my cell number. But 843-364-3095. Again, that's 843-364-3095. If you got a question, send me a text. Give me a quick call. If I don't answer, please send me a text. Or make sure, if you can, leave me a voicemail. My voicemail fills up quickly. But please make sure that you reach out, engage if you need some help, got some questions. But we got a free credit workshop, guys. So come out, learn how you can repair or otherwise improve your credit so you can get that job, you can get that house, you can get that car, whatever it is you're trying to do, that you can improve your situation and your circumstances. But I want to challenge you on a thought right now, because I'm big on mindset, thought processes, etc. So I want to challenge you on something. And I want you to think about this. If you want to have something different than what other people around you have, then you have to do something different. So if your friends and family or whoever it is you hang out with otherwise spend the majority of your time living check to check, in order for you to not live check to check, you got to do something different. You got to start by building you. All right? So guys, look here, we just got the signal for the next break. We started this show off with something very simple, and that is the storm is over. Now what? You've been listening to Exit Strategy. We'll be right back. Our credit workshop, guys, we're excited about it. What happens next? What do you need to do? What do you need to focus on? We're going to talk about and work you through processes to get items removed from your credit. So that way we can get to the nitty gritty, so to speak. All right. So we're going to work ourselves through that. What it is you need to do to get collections removed, late payments removed, things of that nature, how you can work to improve your credit. I'm excited about it, guys. Let's work to make it happen. Guys, final segment, Exit Strategies Radio. I am your host, Corwyn J. Millett, broken owner of the Exit Realty Low Country Group in beautiful North Charleston, South Carolina, guys. Hey, look, first time listening to the show. Woo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize because I may have laid it on pretty hard there. But look here, I believe in people, guys, and I believe in us. I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in a whole lot of things. And if you around me long enough, you're going to get a little bit of every bit of it that I got. All right. So guys, look here, we've been focused on and talking about the storm is over. Now what? That's look here. I look here. If I had one, if I could do one, you see what I'm saying? That's a word right there. The storm is over. Now what? So guys, look here. Some of you guys are going through storms in your life, and we're trying to give you ways sometimes to get through them. But I'm gonna share something as we get closer to this close. Excuse me, but I want to come back and focus on this upcoming credit workshop that we have. Now, we have a number of other workshops going on, guys. Again, I'm excited about some of the other events and things that we've been working on. Again, you can find all of our upcoming events at exitworkshops.com. Again, exitworkshops.com. We're working through and working to help people, get, negative derogatory items removed from their credit, things like repossessions, things like late payments, things like that. So we're helping people to understand how to work with their credit, how best they can approach getting these items removed if possible, obviously. But there is a process and a step for everything, and most times people don't know or understand what those things are. So we're going to bring you in. We're going to give you some information. We're going to offer you some assistance in some other places. But for what it's worth, that is where we're starting at. All right. So please make sure that you guys take a look. It's a free workshop, guys. All it takes is a little bit of time. We're going to open those doors at 5:30. We're going to start the presentation at 6. All right. So come in, we'll have some refreshments, come in, just kind of, and we'll poll the room, so to speak, and just talk and interact with people. Because see, sometimes we kind of get away from what it is that we have to do because we're afraid of doing it alone. We get away from what we want to do because we're afraid to take the first step because there's no one there to encourage us. Now, before the break, I was talking about, as I get to a close, I was talking about, guys, how if you want something different, you have to do something different. If you want something different than the people around you have, then you have to do what they won't do. And that's a challenge for us oftentimes because we seek validation and reassurance from others. But I assure you this, when you can remove that burden or that hindrance from you, when you seek the validation and the approval of others in your life, you'll make steps that others won't make. You'll go places that others won't go. See, if you're in a committed relationship, you have a spouse, then significant other, okay, that's who needs to that's who you want on your team. Everyone else, guys, is a hindrance or distraction, and you got to let those things go. Guys, Exit Strategies is about mindset, about encouraging you guys to do something bigger than what you've done before. It is my way of giving back. It is our journey, guys, to take together. My name is Corwyn. I appreciate you. I love you. You guys be safe out there in the streets next week. We love you. Talk to you soon. All right, guys, so we wrapping it up over here. Great show. At least I think so. I don't know. Who knows? It's up to you as listeners to tell. Let's make the next week different. Let's do something more than we've ever thought of. Let's set goals beyond what we've ever thought we could achieve. Let's go not only the extra mile, let's go the distance. Again, we love you guys. Y'all take care. Y'all make it a great week.